Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered the new content that was added in the version 1.4 update. So in this part, I'll be covering at least 4 or 5 more viewer-submitted levels, starting out with this one. The Right Man for the Job, Brothers in Arms, by DoctorNovakaine, with 17 plays and a score of 3. In fact, this is the 1000th level I've covered throughout this LP series. It's been quite a journey overall. Here's to another 500 or 1000 levels I'll cover in the future. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a future part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comment section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I cover in these parts, so if you want to check if your level is covered, expand the description. I see what they mean by Brothers in Arms here. We'll be constantly switching between Mega Man and Proto Man throughout this level. Mega Man can only jump and shoot, whereas Proto Man can jump, shoot, slide, and do charge shots. And I do want the D-Tank, so I will damage boost through it. After all, there's a checkpoint right after that section. You know, I think this stage would be a bit better or more balanced if Proto Man took double damage, as otherwise playing through the stage as Proto Man is the easy mode, whereas Mega Man is the normal/hard mode. Should have known that would happen. As I was saying, I think a better way to balance out the two brothers would be to grant sliding to Mega Man and to nerf Proto Man by making him take double damage. That way Proto Man doesn't just outright outclass Mega Man. I'll just ignore that E-Tank as it's too risky to get. And for good reason, we're fighting Ringman here. This fight would be more annoying as Mega Man, but it's still certainly doable. Proto Man is easy mode after all. It was a fun stage overall, but due to the balancing issues, I feel that detriments from the stage. Unless it was intentional. After all, Proto Man is the bigger brother. Second level on the lineup is Magnetic Space version 3 by Gokuless, with 22 plays and a score of 3. It appears to be a longer level. Unfortunately, the screen length counter on the intercrawl hasn't been added in version 1.4. Maybe in version 1.5, or a minor update. As usual, Gokuless has an interesting foreground and background combination. Visually appealing, that is. Definitely feels more like a fortress level. As the spinning tops were introduced in a dangerous environment, a bottomless pit. And we have a new gimmick added from version 1.4, although they seem to be off screen. And I know they aren't the magnet gimmicks because for one they're off screen, and also because they don't have this long range of a pull. It seems that as long as I'm at the same vertical elevation, the fans will pull me in. Originally, Gokuless submitted version 2 of this stage. However, when I went to play it, I saw that version 2 was removed from the server, so instead, I'm playing through version 3. Didn't quite make the jump over there. That's how we do it. And I get clipped into the terrain. Wonderful. I'll give it one more go, then I'll proceed onwards normally. This time it worked a lot better. Ah, rats. I'm dead. Should not have shot those down. That section looks a lot more scary than it actually is. That's a clever way of resetting the room if you accidentally destroy the magfly, because we need to go down over here. And I need to be positioned correctly so I can go through the hole. A bit too high over there. There we go. If I had access to Rush Coil or fell down the right hole, I would have gained access to that E-Tank, as well as the magnet missile, which is probably the boss's weakness too. If I could task this, I could probably make the jump. Nonetheless, this was a fun, if a bit difficult stage. Nice usage of the fans/long-range magnets. I did like how they were introduced first in a safe environment, and then the challenges regarding them were gradually escalated. Oh wait, the stage isn't over yet. I guess that was a midway point. Should have jumped over there. Still getting used to the long-range strength of those magnets. I should have waited. Sometimes the magflies can act a bit unpredictably with their attraction. That's a safer way of going through that Hammer Joe. Better than having to dispatch of it. A bit of a tense segment over here because you need to be quick when switching between the spinning tops. That leads back over there for some reason. I guess going to the right is a shortcut. And I suppose this marks the end of the stage. Overall, a pretty solid, if a bit more difficult level. Once you get the hang of how the mag flies and the long-range magnets work, this stage isn't that bad. As I repeat the stage around the stage, a pretty good one. At least a 7.5 out of 10. Although I'd only recommend it to intermediate to above average skill Mega Man Maker players, as it can get a bit challenging near the end with some of the magfly setups. Third level on the lineup is Through the Frost and Flames version 2 by OfficialMemeGuy, with 21 plays and a score of 1. This stage is probably 40 to 50 screens long. We started with nothing, and we need to return back over here once we gain access to the Perfect Freeze and Ice Slasher. Well, that was fast. So this is going to be one of the base Ice King challenge levels. There's the key, and it loops back over here. Thank you for the good checkpoint placement. All the levels I covered throughout this part have pretty good checkpoint placement. Nice usage of the red force beams as lava. That way there's a clear delineation of where the tackle fires will rise up from. As expected, here come the spikes. I'm liking the overall challenge progression over here. You just need to focus on bases, dashing, and double jumping abilities, and you'll survive. We've went from a fire segment to an ice segment to a water segment. I guess this is where all the melted ice went to. And we're back out in the frosted outdoors. Yeah, I'm gonna use an E-tank over here. There's no way I would survive it otherwise. Well, okay, then we fight Iceman right over here. Get down here, please. Thank you. Not that difficult, in fact. In fact, there's a safe area to the left and right if we freeze the fire bars at their maximum height. I enjoyed this level. It's also a more difficult stage, but I would say it's slightly less difficult in comparison to Magnetic Space version 3. Fourth level on the lineup is Water Tower version 8 updated by MAGMAX with 17 plays and a score of 7. Let's see how this 8 version fares. We start with nothing, but that'll quickly change. Bit of a close shave over there. Starting out with a top spin, I see. Outside of some strange interactions with the brain breaks over there, it worked pretty well. Now this section focuses on usage of the magnet beam. Pretty easy segment overall, easier than the previous one. Now it's getting tougher. Especially when that can happen. At least I started with a full tank every time. Thank you for placing a checkpoint at the beginning of every section. A screen filled with several Skeleton Joes, so I'll easily dispatch them using the dive missile. Might as well conserve my weapon energy. They really want me to have dive missile here. As well as a spare E-tank, so very generous. Now it's time to face Time Man, with a whole army of pole eggs as well as many croakers. That's why we have so many dive missile capsules. Thankfully, there's no way for the croakers to actually hurt me. The only enemies in the screen that can hurt me are the poles and Time Man. Those mini frogs are luring the dive missile though, so that's a problem. And I don't think I have enough weapon energy in order to finish the fight properly. Well, actually I do have some dive missile capsules. There we go, thank you, Time Man. Now I can finish this fight. That's the end of this somewhat monotonous fight. If the croakers weren't in the way and didn't prove to be that much of a nuisance, this fight would have been done at least 1 or 2 minutes ago. I did like how the water tower was segmented into different sections focusing on different special weapons, but I feel that version 7 was better than version 8. Due to the length of this episode exceeding 30 minutes, I'll be ending it off right now. So overall, out of the 4 levels I covered in this part, my favorite level would definitely be Magnetic Space version 3 by Gokuless, with an honorable mention going to Through the Frost and Flames version 2 by OfficialMemeGuy. So in the next part, as promised, I'll be covering the 4 new example levels that were added in the version 1.4 update. And if I have enough time, I'll be doing one playthrough of the Wily Challenge mode on easy and short. But no guarantee though. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!